Welcome, folks, to another glorious episode of Huz Ghost Stories. I am your host, Reiki Master and Medium, Andrew Huzar of Huzar Reiki Readings. To my left is Professor Alex Wheaton, our lore master and cryptid expert, and up for the running for first time ever for Best Dad of the Year.
Oh, I'll take that.
To his left, across Lake Erie, I guess on Lake Erie, not really across.
Well, you might came across the surface.
Yeah. On that side of Lake Erie, coming to us from Western New York, possibly the best unknown fisherman you've never heard of. He is our everyday normal guy. He is the Yeti Man, Captain Tyler. And the crowd goes wild. Before, we get into everything, including our funny video, of course, use the links. Go to TeePublic. You can buy the merch, which puts us on investigations. You can go to places like Ghost Stop, use our link to buy yourself ghost hunting equipment, Spirit Magica for your crystals. I'm not going to give my normal spiel on them. You guys should know it by now. Of course, Erie All-Star Wrestling. Mm-hmm. We are sponsors of them. Check them out. I forget their show this month. It is a Friday. I believe the last Friday of this month. They're going to be really mad that I forgot, but I'll put their little flyer up here like I did last time. And like we said last time, check out on April 25th, the Saturday, the Psychic Fair and Healing Fair. Now, this is the 8th annual one, and it is at the Ambassador Banquet and Conference Center here in Erie, Pennsylvania. Now, I'll be there.
You'll put that up so they can see it, correct?
Yeah,
more than just
right
this.
There. There it is. Exactly. No, I'll put the flyer up, probably right over my face, or right below my face. I'll be there as a healer all day, so come say hi, but also, official, we will be doing our first ever live episode of Huz Ghost Stories at the event. Do I know the time? To be determined. Do I know the topic? To be determined. Do I know the full roster of people? Also to be determined. But what I do know is we will be there. We'll be having a grand old time.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be talking one of our chosen ghost stories and legends. And then maybe if we have time, we'll even open it up to a discussion with all the lovely people in attendance. Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll share our favorite adventures. Yeah. Alex can tell them what it's like to lay on an embalming table.
Yeah, it's quite fun.
Tyler can tell them what it's like to abandon us on the side of the road in Buffalo, New York. We have plenty of tales we can share, but you'll only be able to experience it if you're there in person.
True.
So, mark your calendars. Saturday, 25th. Alex, take over.
Saturday, 25th?
Saturday the 25th.
Saturday, April 25th.
Be there or be square, because you're going to miss one hell of an event.
It's going to be afternoon, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Afternoon.
Holy cannoli. Saturday, 25th. All right.
We got the idea.
Now, I have already warned the fellas here that I can't see what videos I'm selecting. So, I'm picking at random here. This looks like a good one. We're going to full screen it. We're going to come over here.
We're going to share.
I think this is... There it is. Oh, buddy.
Those of you that don't know, we're like 20 feet away from the computer.
That looks right.
So, yes, that is right.
I figured it out intelligently.
Hola, buenas tardes. If I'm ever going into a basement like that, you better believe it's with a primo or a tia, somebody that I can't stand, okay? Because the second I hear anything spooky, bam, I'm hitting them with the pedigree, I'm dropping them, and I'm leaving, okay? And anybody that asks is like, oh my God, what happened? I don't know that we got it. I don't know what happens. He'll turn his head. I don't know that we got him. I don't know what happens. Fucking heel turn of the century. But anyway, Representative Latinos Against Spooky Shit. You did a good job. You went down there, you investigated. You know, you were expecting a rat. The only rat that I deem acceptable would be one teaching 4 turtles how to defend the fucking streets of New York, okay? Other than that, no thank you. Pero my recommendation, if it's in spooky trying to get out through that door, you're going to call some of your primos. They're going to do some drywalling, some insulation. Make sure you put a dollop of Vicks in the mix. Make sure that you mix it with holy water, agua bendita, un poquito de tequila. Wait for it to dry. Call one of your homies up. He's going to do a mural La Virgen de Guadalupe. She's going to have hoop earrings. She's going to have fucking really thin eyebrows. She's going to have Cristo on her knuckles and shit. That'll keep it spooky out for sure. So, Dios los bendiga. Best of luck. Take care of yourselves and remember that if you heard it.
So that was Latinos Against Spooky Shit. Third time's the charm. Okay. Which brings us to today's topic.
Is spooky shit?
Is spooky shit.
Okay.
Some of the spookiest, some of the creepiest, some of the slimiest creature you have ever heard of.
Why does it have to be slimy?
Because it looks slimy.
Okay, fair enough.
Tonight's creature is proof that sometimes folklore isn't born from fear. Sometimes it's born from confusion, panic, and maybe just a little bit of bad moonshine. We're heading to the hills and valleys of western Maryland, where in the early 1900s, newspapers began reporting sightings of something so strange, so inconsistent, and so deeply unserious that even the witnesses couldn't agree on what they saw. They called it the Snallygaster.
Dun dun.
Depending on who you asked, the Snallygaster was a giant bird with metal claws, a dragon bat with tentacles, a flying reptile with one eye or 3, a creature with a beak, teeth, wings, horns, and a scream that sounded like a steam whistle, losing a fight.
Some accounts said it swooped down from the sky. Others claimed it crawled through the woods. One version insisted it smelled like sulfur. Another said it hissed like a snake. And at least one witness swore it attacked using suction. Yeah, suction. Sightings poured in from farmers, townspeople, and alleged respectable citizens. Chickens vanished, livestock panicked, people ran indoors clutching rifles, crosses, and whatever dignity they had left. But here's the thing. No 2 stories matched. Not the size, not the shape, not the behavior, not even the number of wings. Newspapers gleefully printed every version, sometimes contradicting themselves in the same article. And eventually, someone noticed something else strange. The Snallygaster sightings tended to spike.
Some historians now believe the creature may have been a mix of old German folklore, exaggerated rumors, and political satire. A monster inflated by headlines, fear, and a public eager for spectacle. But others aren't so sure, because even after the press moved on, people kept reporting something. Strange shapes in the sky, unexplainable sounds, a feeling that something weird and deeply offended was circling overhead. So was the Snallygaster. A flying cryptid? A hoax? A political prank? Or just proof that once a legend takes off, it never really lands? Today we untangle the wings, the tentacles, the teeth, and the nonsense. This is the Snallygaster.
So, Alex and I were both talking before. We've both heard of the Snallygaster, but never really looked into the Snallygaster. I'm going to let Alex dive in as our cryptid expert here, and then we're going to let Tyler take the ball as our everyday normal guy here. But the one thing I want to say is this is a Monty Python and the Holy Grail villain. Like, this is exactly what that sounds like to me.
It looks like it sounds like what is in the animated segments in between.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, like that's what I think the Snallygaster is here.
So very much as Andrew was saying beforehand, we were talking just casually off camera about the Snallygaster, and holy crap! As far as cryptid creatures go, this is a weird one. Usually, cryptids have similar design features. Like the stories tend to match. They're like, oh well, it all had these things, and realistically, there isn't consistency in like design. However, one thing that is kind of consistent is bird-like. That's the one thing that's kind of stuck around. So if you've ever just casually looked up Snallygaster on the internet, number one, the images are hilarious. But one thing in particular that does come up that I didn't know about till recently was Fallout 76 actually introduced the Snallygaster as an enemy type that you could run across. And their take on it is a little more mutated naked chicken than anything else. I mean, it's a choice, but 100% I'll say so. Andrew's pulling up the images of the Snallygaster. Yeah, they're very weird, and there's a consistent bird-like feature to them. So much so that a lot of people have claimed it's like the dragon of Maryland, West Virginia, etc. So yeah, I'll say that one that you just passed. That was the Snallygaster from Fallout. So I said mutated naked chicken.
Yeah,
pretty accurate,
definitely.
But what I think is interesting is, some stories claimed it crawled through the woods. One thing that's fairly consistent is flying. So, do I think the Snallygaster is exactly what is being described as? Definitely not. But I definitely think some kind of winged creature. There's another one from Fallout. I definitely think whatever it was based on or whatever people saw definitely was a winged creature. I wouldn't necessarily say it was, a bird or a bat or anything, but definitely some kind of messed up flying thing. Yeah. But learning that some people call it a dragon led me down that weird rabbit hole that has nothing to do with this episode, and that was learning about North American dragons. It's so weird subset. Maybe another day.
That's what I was about to ask you. Is the Snallygaster a dragon?
So, by traditional definitions of dragons, no.
It's a griffin.
Griffin would be a better, closer depiction of it. Honestly, the best answer is a chimera.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Like, pure definition. A chimera. Spelled with CH, which is... So, the chimera in Greek mythology was a lion-headed creature with the middle section of a goat and the tail of a serpent. It's essentially, a demonic thing of the gods and whatnot. I'll say that literally the one next to it, the one that's the yellowish on the black, that's actually the Greek depiction on a plate. Shit. So, legitimately, that's what they claimed. So, chimera comes from this. And we still use the term chimera today to mean any kind of combination of things that doesn't naturally go together. Hence, lion, goat, eagle, etc. You put animals together that don't belong, it's a chimera. So, 100%. I would say if the Snallygaster is in fact a thing, I'm saying it's a chimera.
Yeah, that's
science experiment gone wrong in the early 1800s. I don't know.
Puppy monkey baby with wings.
Yeah.
Tyler, you're the most level-headed and down to earth. You're the calmest, and you're also our nature expert. What do you think of the Snallygaster here?
Well, I appreciate the compliments. I don't think anybody knows what the hell this thing is. Yeah, I mean, No,
And that's
no
fair.
two, literally said no two stories are the
That
same.
really is fair.
So if no one can get their story straight, then like, what are we doing?
So, how do you hunt for something where
You don't know what it is.
Yeah. I do think that's my favorite part of this. Everyone sees it.
Right.
Nobody can agree on what it looks like.
Okay, hear me out.
I'm hearing.
What if it's not one Snallygaster?
Snallygaster.
Hear me out further.
Would it be a fleet?
It's not just multiple Snallygasters. Each Snallygaster is different.
Oh, variants.
Yes. And that's why there's the different stories.
That's a fun theory.
Interesting. So, there's not a Snallygaster. Snallygaster is like
Species.
Yeah,
It's a term
and
that we use to
they-
talk about.
classified down.
That's a fun
I like
theory.
I like that'd be a lot of Snallygasters.
Yeah, it would explain why they're so varied in description.
Would they be called a flock, a school, a pride?
Maybe call the
them
Snally.
Murder of Snallygasters.
Ooh!
Snally of
A
Gasters.
Snally of Snallygasters.
A Snally of Snally. I love it.
I do like that. That's really good.
Hello.
This is a tough one.
Yeah.
This is a tough one because Mountains of Maryland has some characters in it.
It's Appalachia, baby.
We talked about that last time. Appalachia, you have its own rules, its own culture. It has its own creatures and ghosts. Appalachia's nothing to mess with.
No.
And Snallygaster, 100% could be a real animal that they just had never seen before. Like, it could just be an eagle that was eating an octopus. Where they would have gotten an octopus in the mountains of Maryland, I don't know.
So, to be fair, Western Maryland, yeah, but if it was in Eastern Maryland is close enough to the ocean.
Hey.
Could be. A bird with tentacles coming out of its mouth, screams that, but...
Aberrant horror from another dimension.
The other thing, it could be a mysterious cryptid that
So
they're all too scared
here's a
to really
quick
get a look at,
question
or they
too.
could all just be
So this thing's in Maryland and West Virginia, right? Isn't that the region of another winged cryptid?
Yeah.
Mothman?
It is. It is.
So
It is. Mothman has made his presence known.
Ooh.
Do you think Mothman's a Snallygaster?
No. Hear me out. Mothman isn't a Snallygaster. Mothman birthed Snallygasters.
Oh my god.
Baby Mothmen are Snallygasters.
Before they turn into actual Mothman, you're
Yeah.
saying they're Snallygasters, just this...
Yeah. Why not? We don't know the biology of
biology
Mothman.
of
We don't.
Snallygaster either.
Mothman gives birth to flying.
Exactly, see?
There's a world.
I'm just
There's a
saying,
world.
it worked out pretty
I
nicely.
can't say you're wrong. I can't say this is the second
I
time
didn't
Mothman
say
has
it.
been slandered on this show.
Not slander. This is not slander.
This is
I'm
not
thinking maybe
slander.
they're
You're
one
right.
and the same.
You're right. This is scientific discussion.
Yeah.
You're thinking Mothman is
Could
a
be.
gaster. Not too many details have been mentioned about Mothman's mouth.
Not just the
The body.
body, yeah.
And it's sometimes described differently. Like sometimes it's like an owl, sometimes it's
I'm
more
just saying,
moth-like.
we know across the board, both Snallygaster and Mothman,
Oh,
flying
Well, it
is a
seems
common
a little-
theme with them.
flying is a common thing.
I mean, listen, I'm
Flying
not
wings is common.
an expert here by any means, but doesn't it seem kind of strange there's two winged cryptids in one region?
He's right.
Now, where's the Albert Witch? Oh, that's what we want. Bat Squatch. Where's Bat Squatch at?
Now I have to look up Bat Squatch. I don't know.
That might be Washington. Let's say if that one's also in
If it's
Maryland,
then I think we have something going on.
you may have just busted this case wide open. I'm
Pacific Northwest. You're good. Yeah,
Okay.
Mount Rainier and whatnot. So, Oregon, Washington. I hate the fact that I just look up Bat Squatch because I know it exists, or rather, I'm familiar with it. I'm like, yep, just let me look up real quick. I wonder what we sound like to normal people that aren't into this.
Oh my god. On the official Maryland.gov website, they have an artist's rendition of the Snallygaster. And it looks like a heron eating an octopus.
Yeah. Like I said, the wings are a consistent thing with the Snallygaster, even if it's walking.
They couldn't have picked a less embarrassing photo for this fox with me.
I mean, they could have.
Looks like the car cracks guy.
The car cracks guy? The Carfax guy?
The cracked out one, though. Not the
What
nice...
website did you go to? Now I gotta see this.
I googled flying cryptids in Maryland, and it took me to the Maryland government website. Alright, so... Mothman...
Oh, no shit.
And Snallygaster.
They actually... Of course they do. It's fucking Maryland.
They do. Maryland knows what's up. So, Tyler, you're a fisherman by trade. You are a catch and release wildlife chief of police in your spare time.
That's just a scene.
Let's say you are in the Maryland mountains, and the locals there are just being terrorized by the Snallygaster. I don't know what it would do to them. It looks slimy, so maybe it's gross. It destroys their crops. It just scares people. Whatever. They're being terrorized by it. How are you going and catching this creature that no one can agree on?
Well, considering the things I catch mostly swim, this would be more of a hunting thing. Isn't that kind of nice part, though? Is not, I could say whatever I want, because no one knows what the hell it looks like. So I could go there, fire a few rounds off, and go back and grab a chicken. Be like, hey, got the big Snallygaster. You guys are free.
Right?
Just shove a little eel in his mouth with the tentacle. Be like, I got it.
Yeah. I caught a juvenile Snallygaster.
We did talk about the one cryptid hunter that went around Pennsylvania, and that would just be exactly what he would do. Probably just be like, hey,
fire some rounds off and go back and look like a hero.
So, I think what makes the Snallygaster endearing is the whole wild appearance every time. So, I want to play a little game here where we each create our own Snallygaster here. So, let's see. There's 3 main parts to the gaster: the bird part, the tentacle, and then
the reptile part.
Yeah. So let's say you got to pick 3 animals to mash together. Oh, my favorite straight. 3 animals to mash together to make your own Snallygaster. Give us, a few seconds here to think, to ruminate, and as we come up with these, I'll pop them into ChatGPT, and we can see what our own Snallygasters all look like.
I'm going to attack my...
I'm assuming Alex is nearly ready. And I will say, the animals you pick can be current or extinct.
I'm good. I got mine.
Because, the Brillo Snallygaster is a Cthulhian horror.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, Alex, if you would like to go first, then you have the floor.
Alright, so hear me out. The bird part is going to be the primary body. Pelican.
Fucking big.
not just because it's big, but those fuckers that, have you ever looked at a pelican's mouth? Those things are terrifying. So that right there already is frightening. And, you know, as it gulps up, it has that big old bill that fills out. So it eats more.
Okay, I like it.
The lizard part. Komodo dragon.
Oh,
I want that bird having Komodo dragon thick-ass legs and arms and those teeth. Like, it's going to be terrifying. And then, because it can't be terrifying enough without this, I need to give it a sense of cuteness. The Reaper cuttlefish is what gives the tentacles.
okay.
The Reaper cuttlefish is a small, squid-like creature that its tentacles are like really short. So I want to add that. That would be a little less terrifying, but added to the other two terrifying features, I think would, you know, make it a little more. I don't know. At least that's my thoughts.
All right, so you went with a pelican.
Pelican, Komodo dragon, Reaper cuttlefish.
That is a.
I know it's a bold choice.
So we'll let these generate here. Tyler, do you have yours ready, or would you like me to go?
You go next. I'm still thinking. I got 2 out of 3.
All right, so now mine here, I went with a slightly different direction. First, Alex, where is your Snallygaster located?
Where's my Snellgeist located?
Yeah.
Coastal regions.
Coastal?
Yeah.
Okay.
It lives on the beach.
I like it.
It suns itself on the beach on the high.
So, question. What was the last thing you heard me say?
It was before you started describing your Snallygaster.
All right. So, I'm picking the body. The bird part is going to be a carrier pigeon because I want the colorful plumage. You know, this is going to be a real pretty Snallygaster. You know, size doesn't matter so much to me. I want pretty. And it's going to be in northwestern PA, Ohio, and New York, you know, lakey, wooded, swampy areas. So it's got to be kind of small, you know.
There you
and
go.
I want it to be kind of like whimsical. Like if you go bird watching, you'll see it and be like, oh, look at that, it's pretty.
There you go.
But that does mean the fish part has to work for this kind of area too. And I want my Snallygaster to be a bit of a predator. So its head part is a needle-nosed gar.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. So this little Snallygaster is going to swoop down, scoop up from the water, chomp it up. He's going to have a grand old day. But then I was thinking, what would make the Snallygaster terrifying? That it can just fly, that it can float. What if it can run on water? So its reptile part is the Jesus Christ lizard. So it can...
The basilisk lizard.
Yep. So it can run on water.
I shouldn't have asked for teeth on my second version.
Oh my god, it's like a cobra. All right. Tyler.
Interesting.
Lay your Snallygaster on.
All right, so I kind of went the same route you did. I was thinking Great Lakes adjacent, you know, same area, because, you know, good reason. So I went with the bird part, an osprey. One of the meanest birds of prey we have around here.
Hell yeah.
Okay?
That is a dick bird.
Yeah, it's fucking mean. Yeah. And then for the tail part, well, I guess I don't know tail part, but also it's a hellbender salamander, the largest salamander in the family. Yep.
So yours is much bigger than mine already.
Oh yeah, we went big. And the body of a king salmon. Yeah, thinking
Jeez,
in terms
okay.
of the Great Lakes here, one of the top game fish with just pure muscle, pure just strength. And that's
So
my Snallygaster.
one thing I noticed, you guys both made yours as ugly as possible. Mine, I tried to give a little regalness to it, make it a little cute guy. You guys are just big and ugly.
Yeah, hey, just
Now-
like me, big and ugly. So stupid as the stupid does.
ChatGPT is finishing up yours. I will say Alex's is absolutely terrifying. Mine's uncomfortable. What in the what?
Oh, not so pretty after all, huh?
Yours is horrific.
It looks like a weird hero out of some kind of mythology.
I like it. I'm not gonna lie, I like it,
Yeah.
but it's. Let's see. We're gonna
Oh,
make a little collage and get these up here.
oh, I made a second version, different creature pieces. I like this one a lot more, but I'll stick with my original Snallygaster. But for emphasis, I did put in cassowary,
Ooh, okay.
anaconda scales,
Jeez Louise.
and blue-ringed octopus tentacles.
That is a terrifying Jurassic Park abomination.
Right? It's definitely something you'd see in the woods. Just come out like a T-Rex. Just.
It makes me uncomfortable with how terrifying it is.
I love it.
I would not want to run into that in a zoo or in the wild.
See, you piqued my interest in this, and I'm like, all right, now I'm thinking, what animals could you combine to make a Snallygaster? And a good one at that.
That's the key.
Who would have thought Snallygaster would be an interesting episode? Like, I'll be honest, going into this, I thought the Snallygaster was going to be like a pretty quick episode, a little 5-minute. We go over the story, we laugh about it, we move on, but we did some serious thinking about this. We made connections to Mothman.
I still can't believe that one.
We
That
came
one
up with some potential ideas of, how Snallygaster could be, and then we made our own Snallygaster. Like, this is impressive.
Yeah.
You try and find the image. I don't know, I think it's quite interesting. Oh,
Yes. Captain Tyler. It is. And it always seems to be these little bonkers episodes that lead us down the most fun rabbit holes.
oh yeah, 100%.
Like the bus to nowhere.
Yes. The river Styx bus driver on top. Oh.
Here we go. Folks, feel free to vote on which
Is your favorite?
is your favorite.
So these were all produced via ChatGPT.
All of them via ChatGPT, and I apologize for how weird this is going to get here in a minute. But, Tyler, can you see this?
I can.
Whoa. Wow.
Don't bring up infinite zeros. Go back.
Jeez.
So this one is mine. This is the Lake Erie Snallygaster.
Okay. I see
You know what?
colorful plumage.
This is the Presque Isle Snallygaster. That's what this is.
It feels less like a pigeon, more like a blue jay, but I still see the pigeon influence.
The plumage is the important part because I want that pretty neck. Now, I was, before it generated, I wasn't going to make it redo its job. ChatGPT knows what it's doing.
Sure.
I originally wanted it to have more of a pigeon head with the beak replaced by the needle-nose gar, but I like the gar head on there.
It does work.
It works.
It was not what I was expecting, but it works. And honestly, I like the legs running across the water. I think that gives a terrifying. This thing doesn't just swoop down. This thing swoops down over the water and runs at you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was partially I was partially inspired by bush planes that land on the water and take off.
That's fair.
There you go.
I understand.
This is an apex predator. I don't think it could really hurt a human, but a flock of them could take you down.
Sure.
I don't know. I think one could hurt you.
All right, one could hurt you. A flock of them.
Yeah,
deadly.
that long-nosed
sure.
garno beak is pretty killer.
Yeah.
It's gonna do some damage. So I was happy with the Presque Isle Snallygaster. Let's see who's next. This is Alex's Hellspawn.
Yes.
Holy shit.
This is.
Oh my god.
This is the East Coast Snallygaster.
Yeah, Hellspawn's a good word.
All up and down the eastern United States coast on the ocean. Its primary favorite place to live is Florida. It can occasionally be found in the Everglades.
Everglades seems like a perfect home for this kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is.
Do you want me to walk through it?
Hit it.
All right. So we have the pelican as the base of this creature. That giant mouth, that terrifying, deep body shape that really fits the pelican, and that's what I was imagining was this kind of very menacing. It doesn't look scary from the outset, but it is scary.
No, it definitely looks scary.
I would say the strong Komodo dragon legs, because Komodo dragons are the largest terrestrial lizards still alive. So they have thick, chonkin, heavy, muscular arms. So I really wanted that to be its legs, because that really gives it this extra weight to it. It makes it feel more dinosaur hybrid creature than anything else. I do like that ChatGPT went with the wings and did it in a weird, like, peacock plumage. That really does draw attention to it. I like that. And then, of course, I had to do the Reaper cuttlefish tentacles, only because it's my favorite aquatic creature. It's up there. It's tied with two others, specifically the bobbit worm, Reaper cuttlefish, and what is it? There's another fish that I really like that's found in the ocean. But anyway, I really like the Reaper cuttlefish. So I was like, I might as well use that one. It took the tentacles a little bit longer to match the scale, but hey, I'm happy with it.
I am too. I can 100% see this thing, tentacles shooting out, grabbing something, and it just swallowing it.
Oh yeah, the tentacles stay inside the pelican bill.
Yes.
So like
That
it
is
looks like just a weird pelican far away. And then it opens its mouth to screech, goes, and then the tentacles just like fire out.
Yeah, I think this one wins. I don't need to see mine. Holy shit. It's a nightmare.
This is, if you saw this in the wild, like, you would think pelican, then you'd be like, oh, there's some weird legs, and then its mouth opens, and it's just, okay,
The
that's Satan. And then over here, Tyler hasn't seen his yet.
Nope.
This is what it created with his.
I love it.
I do love it. It's like...
It's different.
It made it like a sea serpent.
Yeah, it did.
And I think, like, it gave it the front legs of the lizard, it gave it the osprey body in the front, and then the back half is just all salmon.
All
and
salmon.
To me, this looks like a big creature like you planned, and this would be terrifying to see.
Yeah.
Because we'll let Tyler dive into his thing here, but like, to me, like, if I'm walking through a swamp and I see this perch like slowly out of the water, I'm like, that's an osprey. Look at that. That's pretty. And then when it goes to take off and it has a 6-foot salmon tail.
Yeah, that's...
I'm probably throwing up.
Built for speed,
100%.
not comfort, that's for sure.
Definitely not comfort. This is uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah.
Tyler, do you have anything you'd like to add here to your...
I kind of like it, honestly. The more I look at it, the more I kind of like it.
It's so unusual. It is jarring when you first see it. That's the problem.
It is.
It throws you for a loop because you don't know what you're looking at.
And what's more terrifying than
this much?
And what's more terrifying than a flying sea serpent?
Right? Oh, that's terrifying.
It's terrifying.
I will say the one thing I like whatever it is with whatever style you put it in makes it look like old school like drawings in a diary and whatnot, which I think works really well. But looking at all three of them, I gotta say, Tyler's looks the most like a creature that you would see in like a D&D bestiary.
Yes, it does.
It looks the most like an actual creature you would fight in a game, in a role-playing game.
It does.
It definitely,
Whereas
it definitely looks the least
yours
like
and mine are-
definitely looks the least like the original fucking Snallygaster.
yeah, no, that's fair.
Yours is the most original Snallygaster.
And that's
I do want to say that ChatGPT suggested names for all three of ours.
Oh, wonderful.
So I'll read them out. And remember, folks, vote on whose creature you like best, whether that's most terrifying, the ugliest, the prettiest, whatever you want to go with. For mine,
Why don't you bring it up your image while we say the name so that way we have a visual to go with it.
It also gives a one-sentence explanation here. Known for sprinting across water and stealing shiny objects from campsites. Okay. Apparently mine steals from you.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I bring to you the Marsh Courier.
Ooh.
oh, I like that.
You know, I didn't anticipate it stealing from people, but this just looked like a shifty fucking bird.
Yeah.
This guy will steal from you.
Especially that eye going on.
Let's go over here. A swamp predator whose glowing tendrils lure prey towards its cavernous beak. The abyssal peladrake.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Abyssal peladrake. I like that.
All right.
Now, I am noted as loving ChatGPT. I use it for a lot of stuff here. It doesn't always get things right.
Right, yeah.
You know, it every now and then will suggest something that you're just like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Next. What it came up with Tyler's, I feel like, is perfect here. A violent ambush hunter that erupts from the water like a living torpedo.
Okay.
The river tyrant.
Ooh.
I like it.
River tyrant.
I like it. And this does match that. I can see this just shooting out of the water at 1,000 miles an hour.
That's its name, is the River
Carrying off
Tyrant?
Yep, that's what it came up with.
Interesting. Your guys are more animalish names, and mine's just a moniker.
Which is funny. It kind of leans into the bestiary thing.
Yeah, like I said, it really feels... It feels the most like something you would see in a game.
This one feels mythical.
Yes. That's a good way to say it.
Sure.
This one feels like a menace.
Mm-hmm.
The other two feel like weird creature abominations.
This one is something you tell people just so they don't go into the swamp about, because this thing will kill them instantly.
Yeah.
The river tyrant will get you.
I like it.
All right.
You're right. The more I look at it, the more I like it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It grows on you.
There's something about that image. Tyler's creation is really pleasing to the eye.
It's...
Once you get past the initial shock, it is very like, ooh.
And I will say, without him trying for it, he did create a pretty creature too, with the salmon coloring.
Yeah. No.
Colors of the osprey.
It worked really well.
Shockingly well.
Appreciate it.
Into the infinite abyss.
Life by zero.
So, let us know which Snallygasters you prefer. Alex, you can't vote for your own.
I know I can't.
Which Snallygaster?
If I have to vote and it's not my own, it's got to be Tyler's.
Tyler, throwing it over to you. Can't vote for your own. Which Snallygaster do you like?
Well, fish bias, I think, plays a lot into it, and that long-nosed Garnose really just won my heart over.
It's fair. That is a
I'm gonna go with yours.
This is awkward. I'm gonna have to vote for Alex's because I'm still just horrified at what I witnessed.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
And I would rather run into the river tyrant than spend 30 seconds within 3 miles of that thing.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
I
fair.
would too, and I created it.
And like in my mind, I'm picturing it like eating even just fish, and it's just horrifying. Like the visual, the sounds it probably makes.
Oh, it's a nasty sound, and I'm going to tell you right now, there are fish parts getting flown all over.
Oh.
That thing is not clean.
No,
But
and it eats bones. I'm putting it out there.
I would expect nothing else.
It needs all that extra calcium.
It needs a bullet to the head is what it needs. That is not a catch and release.
No,
That
that's
is
a
you catch it and you put it down.
Yeah.
That is a mercy to all of existence.
That is an Appalachian moonshiner science experiment gone wrong. They were
Horrible,
trying
right?
to make something and they opened a portal to hell.
Yeah.
But let us know which ones you like. Right now we have a 3-way tie.
Yeah.
But Alex, any final thoughts on the Snallygaster?
Mothman, if you're watching, let us know if you're the parent. We don't want to Maury Povich it, but we will. You are or you are not the father of him. No, in all seriousness, Snallygaster. I already said it before. I didn't expect this episode to be more than like 5 minutes, and it's turned out to be a significant episode. I love this. I love cryptids and I love silly stories. So Snallygaster is one of my favorites now, more so than it used to be. I always thought it was just a weird creature. Now I love it for its stupidity.
Captain Tyler, what are you feeling on the Snallygaster?
I need time to digest this thing. I just heard about this for the first time an hour ago. I'm sure
You need time to digest it. This abyssal peladrake.
Yeah. It's something else.
That's a good way to describe it.
It is, and I agree. This was a fun one. This was an interesting one.
It was.
I don't know what to think about the Snallygaster. Because it's like the grounded part of me really wants to know what they saw.
Right?
Like what created
100%.
this weird creature. But the other part of me is like, I hope this weird Mothman Jr. is out there somewhere, just wreaking havoc, not doing anything, just being scary.
So to be fair, I did read the Maryland website,
Oh no.
the Maryland.gov website that talks about their cryptids. And they do say their likely thought is that a heron picked up a fish and had the fish in its mouth and was still alive and was flapping. And that's what people saw and was terrified.
Some drunk ass moonshiner in the mountains just seeing a fish flopping your head. And I'm like, oh, shit.
At least according to the official Maryland government.
That's what they'd want you to think, especially if they created it.
Exactly. Just saying, umbrella corporation.
On to you, Maryland. On to you. But I think that does it for today's Wildtacular episode.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you like, you comment, you share, you follow all the socials at Huzar everywhere.
He posts all the time.
All the time. All the clips, all the TikToks. Alright, that's where you'll find all the new news, the exciting stuff. You'll see the clips of these that I deem to be the important parts. Go, follow, check everything out. Share us with your loves. Share us with the people you hate. You know what?
A watch is a watch. We'll take it.
Yeah, share us in the groups that are just like, look at these idiots. That's fine. I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Add this out there just for any fans out there who love art and creating things. Share this with your communities. And I know AI art is a whole thing that people aren't big on, but you know what? Take the creations we put forward, make your own art versions of it. Share it with us. We would love that as well. We'll gladly do a second little mini update, show people's fan art.
I would love to see the carrier pigeon Snallygaster, the Presque Isle Snallygaster, drawn out by hand.
See? That's what I'm saying. If you're an art person and you watch us and you like this, feel free to draw some of our creations.
Maybe not so much the abyssal peladrake. Don't draw it feeding, please. I don't need to see that nightmare live out.
I need the viscera.
But thanks for tuning in, all you beautiful ghosties out there. Make sure to come back, and like always, stay in the light.